Hello, and this is the Warp Forge with after such a long time, I'll keep you updated and I'll tell you what's been going on, probably in a new video, probably before this one actually, if I'm honest, since I've got 11 hours on this baby. But yeah, I got a new camera, because the old one that I had, I kind of left it on charge for too long, and the mother chip, or the motherboard fried. Yeah, that wasn't great. So I've had to spend a long time saving up, getting the equipment, and purchasing a new separate camera away from the mobile cameras because of that express purpose, as well as all the memory to go as well and stuff like that. So again, I'll probably talk about that in a different video, probably one before this one. Anyhow, I just want to make a quick shout out and say thank you to the Legion of Gamza and Nick Beer for their patience with us. I know I haven't been uploading for a long time, and I've only done streams for purposes I've said earlier. But we now got everything done, and I also want to thank the Dark Arts and Community Facebook group as well for helping us out with technical difficulties. Yeah, I won't bullshit you with technical difficulties. Yeah, I had no idea how the SD card worked, and it wouldn't register. It would acknowledge it's there, but wouldn't actually take anything in. Turns out all I had to do was format the memory card, so thank you everyone. So I want to thank you for everyone's patience, and yes, I want to thank you guys and gals at home, all my Hereteks, because obviously you've stuck around, a few of you have left, no grudges or anything, absolutely none. I can totally get why. It looks like my channel had died a long time ago. It hadn't, it's just, again, it's been hard trying to find the right gear. But I'm back with a lot of issues, well, not a lot of issues, with a lot of progress. Obviously, university also took its toll, but different video for a different time. So, what do we have here? Well, in this episode, in this hobby update, or hobby and chill, well, not hobby and chill, just hobby update, we have the, well, I'm not going to bullshit you, it's going to be in the Ave Dominus Nox update. Oh, it's been a while, hasn't it? Yes. Oh dear, yes. So, what am I going to show? I'm going to show a shed ton of progress. Can't wait to show you progress. Over the past few months, I guess, I've been updating my list, and because after encounters with the tournament kind, that was a bit dehumanising, I'll admit. Yeah, after a few encounters, few tournaments with me Night Lords, I needed to update my lists, because I tried keeping it to raptive focus and integrity within, like, the Night Lords theme and stuff. It just didn't hold. It was just a case of the way I wanted to play just didn't exist for me in my area. It would just constantly get decimated. So I needed a change, and I've changed it quite a bit. Now, obviously, as you see here, a few conversions I've made. I want to get in the Horus Heresy, but I want to finish off paying all my 40k stuff first, being the Night Lords, as this is an Ave Dominus Nox project update. And the reason why I want to get all these painted, and I'm sticking to a lot of Forge World, is because obviously I can switch and transition as much as I please from Horus Heresy to 40k with the Night Lord stuff, since they're mostly kept unchanged. They try and avoid the warp as much as possible, so I get away with a lot of fun shit, I guess. So yeah, as you can see, this little conversion here, one thing I'm very proud of, I don't know if it's going to be a chaplain, if Night Lords can take chaplains, I don't know the rules. But as you can see, massive drill hole. That was a lot of work. That took us an hour to do, because I had a small drill at the time, drilled a hole through it, and then I used a file just to dig through forever, just so it would go through the cocktail stick. And yes, that is a cocktail stick, and it looks fantastic in my opinion. Obviously, Legion chainsaw, cut off the Crozius, replace the chain glaive, because this is Night Lords. What am I doing? Some etch brass on it, just to personalise it more for Night Lords, plasma pistol, and a Terror Squad Skullhead champion, because Night Lords. It's an Ave Dominus Nox update, guys. What do you expect? Salamanders? So yeah, as you can see, I started using Mark III armour, which to me is my favourite armour. I love Mark IV to paint. It's a joy to paint, don't get me wrong. Blue, base coats, wash, layers on top, done. No after the amount of trim work I did on those Raptors, I do not want to paint another difficult trim that's all spiky and edgy for the sake of it. Oh boy, I still got Raptors to paint and they give me nightmares. And not the good type of flaying people alive and stuff like that in theme with the Night Lords. No, nightmares of trims, painting trims. Yeah, that's personal hell. So yeah, of course. So obviously, as you can see, with some other stuff, as I'll move, I love the focus on this. This is absolutely beautiful quality from what I'm seeing at least. But yeah, as you can see, there are shoulder pads missing. That's deliberate. I'm going to get some, when I've got some money, I'm going to get some Forge World shoulder pads, slap them on, enjoy. Because I like my Night Lords. And as you can see, there's a chainsaw. I have no idea how that chainsaw goes on because I didn't have the instructions. So I kind of just dry fit a lot and hopefully that's how it will stay. So, plastic glue ahoy. Flamer, again, I think that was the most challenging thing because the flamers came from the Mark IV kit from Betrayal at Calth and they were annoying. Absolutely fantastically annoying to put together. It's just, I don't like putting two-handed things together like bolt guns and stuff because it's so fiddly with plastic glue, even when it's tacky and stuff, because things come apart, things wobble, things, you know, it's just so much of a hassle. But yeah. I have 4 champions of these guys with chainswords. 3 of them from the standard kit or from the box. This one, however, the head came from the Mark IV. The bolt pistol and the chainsword came from the Chaos Marine kit. As you can see. Cut off the little hair piece because I'm not fond of the little hair pieces. Like Black Legion, sure. My Night Lords, I'd rather have a flayed skull. I want to be a traitor and mean it. Because I'm mean. Obviously, the basin is just Astral Granite Debris. One of my most favourite for my Night Lords to base on. So yeah. That's just some infantry. I have about 15 of these to paint now. Plus that champion. This guy, yeah, I'm probably going to paint him up much later. I've got another conversion that I'm in the middle of doing. I just got to buy a Great Puss Cleaver to make a conversion for Lord Voorhees. Because if I've got Lord Kruger with the Claws of the Black Hunt, then I'm going to need a counterpart to that. I'm going to need a fun counterpart. Lord Voorhees, massive giant axe machete thing, no nonsense, bolt pistol, keep him cheap, keep him only at 5 points because of 2018 chapter approved for the Bubotic axe. Keep him nice, keep him fragile, keep him nice, keep him cheap. Have those rerolls of 1s for a certain unit that you're going to see. So, I got, also 4 rhinos, 3 for 3 squads of 5 Chaos Marines with a flamer, and the champion has a bolt pistol and chainsword, yeah. And a new champion because, as I found out, if I took a Power Lightning Claw and a Hellwright out of my list, which, quite frankly, I'm quite happy about doing now because of the Machina Malefica FAQ update, basically saying that you can't repair wounds on Machina Malefica Hellforged items, essentially. There's no point to having him in my list outside of repairing rhinos, which he's going to be too far away from because of distance measures. So, I got rid of them. I got rid of a Lightning Claw from the Havoc squad with 4 las cannons. Placed him with that champion, as you see, of the chainsword. Absolutely fantastic, no regrets. And a rhino for them. Because in my area, you've got certain boards which can have a nice sniping point for those Havocs. But then you've got some which is all the big bits of terrain are in the centre line of the board. So how am I going to get a good sniping point, or how am I going to get a good position without foot slogging? Well, the answer is put your Havocs in a rhino. And at worst comes to the worst, that one rhino can be used for extra meat shield on your characters, which I will go into showing in a bit. So, what's the next bit to show for progress? Okay, so what do we have here? Well, like I say, I lost my integrity with my Night Lords. I wanted to keep them pure, or pure as they can be. And instead, what did I get? Well, I got Demon Princes. As you can see from the Dark Arts Sands battle report, I've already got 1. I decided I wanted 2. Now I'm going to try it with this army. I'm going to try to keep it as WYSIWYG as I can. That means I'm not having double claws for these guys. They're having their swords, and the whip is just going to count as a warp bolter. I know people are thinking, okay, why isn't it in double lash whip pairs and stuff like that? Well, I like swords, and my other Demon Prince holds sentimental value because it's one of the first big giant metal kits that I got way back in 2007, and I'm from my dad, and that holds sentimental value. I'm not going to snap it up too much outside of giving him wings that I've already given him. So yeah, as you can see, this one I remember buying second hand. I stripped it. A lot of the detail melted off. Not because of the stripper, because I think it was a case of the paint was just so thickly laid on, scrubbing it away and stuff like that with the old Dettol. I think something happened to it, so it doesn't hold the same amount of detail as my other one. But yeah, I'm calling this guy the Violator, because with that whip, you can just see this guy's just gonna violate. Sorry, I'm going to put it in the centre because I know a certain friend who will be screaming at me to centre it. So yeah, with that whip, he's going to be the Violator. And in combat, he's certainly going to violate. So yeah, I've got 2 Demon Princes now, and I'm looking forward to painting this guy up. Yeah, the base as well came from Fantascapes. Now I've tried finding Fantascapes again because I did want more bases, especially to decorate my Dreadnought or my Leviathans in. I think they've gone out of business, unfortunately. And that's a real shame because those bases were fantastic. I loved those bases so much. So much. It is such a big shame that nobody's picked them up, or the guy or whoever was working on those didn't sell the molds or anything, because those were fantastic bases, as you can see on this guy here with the church and stuff. Because nothing screams sacrilege than ruining an imperial temple or an imperial church. Because Ave Dominus Nox, we have come for you, death to the false emperor. So, I've got a few more conversions of HQs as well to show. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to show off to you all, this guy. Now, I want to say a big, massive thank you to my friend Phil. You've seen Phil on the Dark Artisan, and he usually, well, when I did battle reports with Tyranids and stuff against Orcs, way back, years back, he was on there before the Dark Artisan came around. So, Phil's a good friend of mine. He's a great friend. I just want to say thank you to Phil, because I was running short on money. I was very slow with updating my list, and Phil decided to buy me for my birthday another Leviathan, so I've got 2 of these. So I just want to say a massive thank you publicly to everyone on the internet. Thank you to Phil for that, because I am really appreciative of that. I mean, like, I didn't ask, you just bought it for us, and I'm really appreciate that, because that was going to be something way to happen in September for us to get funds or anything. So I'm very thankful, very appreciative of getting that second Leviathan. So yeah, the first one, as you can see here, they're both armed the same, twin butcher cannons, play on that leadership thing, but strength 8, -1, I believe, and 2 damage apiece, with 8 shots per gun, 16 shots. My only upsetment is that I can't use the Fire Frenzy stratagem on them, but oh well, I can use the Demon Shell for the previous load I was talking about earlier. So, yeah, these butcher cannons are going to be something very much. Why did I decide to go 2 Leviathans like a dickhead? Well, I went through 2 because outside of mortal wounds, people don't prepare for toughness 8, as I realise. And toughness 8 is very hard to punch through on a 5-up. Like, the only thing I've managed to see similar that people have managed to punch through in my experience in previous games is the Adeptus Custodes, the new Custodes. They somehow managed to do it, and even then it was just through sheer luck of good rolling. That was it. So people have trouble in my area punching through toughness 8, so I need 2 of these. I needed something that could take a hit and dish it out, or dish it right back out, and that's what I wanted. These Leviathans are going to cause severe, immense pain. The Scorpius does a lot as well in my list. So I'm hoping these are going to be fun. Now obviously, as you can see, it's in bits. That's because I'm painting it in bits. I'm deliberately painting this in bits, really, because I really just cannot be asked to paint it as a whole model, because I'll just miss bits, I will get frustrated. These big things are going to be the centerpiece to my army, because they're going to be two big Forge World items, and people are going to look at them and go, wow. And, you know, Forge World's quite impressive with its detail, as you can see here. I've used a few etch brass for the wings. Now, there is one important note to make, and if anyone's built a Leviathan, they can see where I've went wrong with it. Spot the difference. I'll give you 5 seconds. Okay, so enough with annoying elevator music. Yep, that's right. The arms are on the wrong way. Or the shoulders are on the wrong way. Yeah, I cocked up on that. Why didn't I have the instructions on me? Good question. One I can't answer because I'm a dick. So yeah, that's a thing. If I try to remove or anything, it is magnetized, which is why I've been hesitant to actually change it back and stuff, because it will ruin the magnets. Why did I magnetize it? Because I do want to buy other weapons for it, like close combat siege drills and stuff, and let's be honest, I'm a young student. I'm not going to be buying Leviathans out me backside crack pipe anytime soon. So magnetizing seems to be the most sensible offer. Yeah. So yeah, I just want to say once again, thank you to Phil from the Dark Arts just for the second Leviathan, because I'm very, very much appreciative of that, and I'm very, very thankful that you got me a second Leviathan. I'm very, very, very thankful. So yeah, that's me second Leviathan. I think we'll go on to the next item, I suppose. Okay, so this is probably one of the last things I'm going to show today, because it's really not much after this, because my list is totally updated, totally different. Yeah. So, this is going to be Jump Lord that I'm going to count as whatever I want. I will probably make some homebrew rules for him and ask friends if I can play around with said homebrew rules just for a bit of fun. But this is Caraxus now. Now, obviously, as the 41st millennium has progressed, so has my Night Lord's Warband and Caraxus' story to lead his getting together reunited legion. And in this one, as you can see, he's an Athalax body. Why is he an Athalax body? Well, the idea I've got, as with all major Macbethian horror villains, Jason Voorhees, Freddy Krueger, Michael Myers, they all meet horrible fates. I wanted Caraxus to be no exception. So I thought, well, okay, what fits horror narrative? Well, what I've said, or what I've thought of, sorry, is that Caraxus invades an Imperial, whatever, Sister of Battle, not homeworld, but, you know, main big church chapel thing. Whatever they're called. Imperial shit. I just don't care anymore. So he invades one of them, manages to sow terror upon the place. The Imperial citizens are all screaming in madness. The chapels are fallen, the bells are tolling, you know, etc., etc. The screams are adrift in midair, and it is like testosterone for Caraxus and his Night Lords. Now, obviously, the Canoness at the place, she's not liking this. This is meant to be her sanctuary, this is meant to be the place she's meant to be defending, and currently she's failing. Then Caraxus enters the field. Caraxus looks at her, and basically tries to scare her. Because after all, they're only mortals, they're only, you know, they're only just humans. You can scare the living crap out of them, including, well, what's this human in power armor going to make any difference? She's not safe. She'll never be safe. She'll have her head ripped open and hung from the ceiling by a hook. And this is where Caraxus gravely misjudges her. She's not scared. She's pissed. She's fucking pissed off. So, with her power mace, as he looks over for through the corners and through the crevices like every horror villain, BAM! smack, yeah. She gets absolutely torn in half by this sister of battle with all the faith in the Emperor and all the rage and might of the Elecharisty or whatever it's called. She just goes round and smacks him one. This means that his body goes missing. At the same time, Zephron, the Master of Puppets, is unleashing his machinations or his minions, his mechanical horrors, all over the city for experimental purposes of seeing how much damage they can cause just to anything they touch, be it friend or foe. And he looks at this mortally wounded corpse that's been torn in half, etc., etc., and he whisks him away. Caraxus's body disappears. With a lack of a leader, there is little cohesion upon the attack force, and they are forced to withdraw. Caraxus wakes up. He's now in a Thalax body. A Thalax body with a ton of fail-safes around everywhere on his body. He is now Zephron's plaything. And this is his third incarnation, the new Caraxus the Cursed. Complete with Night Lord bodies and stuff, with a massive sod-off buzzsaw. I'm going to count this as anything. I know people's first impressions will be, count it as a chain fist. And I could, but this model is a very, very special. This is a character model to me. This is, I'm not saying it's quality to character models, but to me this is the current incarnation of Caraxus. This is his dark Macbethian truth. He tries to set things up, rising his legion so far, so wide, only to come crashing down as he's made a deal with the devil, essentially. Not a devil of the warp, but the devil of the Dark Mechanicus. That was very cheesy and very wooden. Oh well, I tried to be Macbethian poetic. But yeah, as you can see, I'm very happy with this. I cannot wait to paint this guy up. And once I do, I'm hoping that when I've got enough painted, I'll start a campaign of his story and show that. Because what I want to do is I want to do a ton of audio dramas for, like, basically fan canon, essentially, for Caraxus. Now, don't worry, I won't bend or break the canon. You know, I'm not going to go, oh, look, there's this one weapon that will destroy everything and bring the Emperor and make the Emperor come back and the Emperor will be a woman. No, we're not doing any of that. I don't do that. I like to stick as close to the documented source truth as possible so that it doesn't seem that as though it's some alternate universe. Like, it just feels as part of the 41st millennium. So I'm hoping to do a few audio dramas, get a few friends in, get a few friends for voice acting in and stuff like that. I think this could definitely be some fun. So yeah, I really like Caraxus right now. And to show off the massive difference to his prime, this was, if I can zoom out, yeah. This was Caraxus in his prime over here. Caraxus, the Midnight Messiah, all proud with Sevatar's face surgically grafted on him. Well, not literally Sevatar's face surgically crafted. He's looked at he's stolen and grabbed as much documented footage of Sevatar as he possibly can for his apothecary to have a look and detailed look, just to make sure every single aspect of his face looks exactly like Sevatar's. And then this is Caraxus the Cursed, his mockery of his former self. So I like the whole contrast of that. He's a being of pure terror before, now he's a monster. You might not even be able, well, for some enemies, they might not even distinguish him from mortal, Astartes, and to demon, because he's just that different now. So yeah, the whole raptor leg thing as well just looked cool as well. Yeah, so yeah, I'm quite happy with how these guys have turned out. I cannot wait to be painting them after I've painted up my current list. It'll be an absolute treat and a pleasure, and I cannot wait to get him done. So yeah, I think that's as much as I can show, because otherwise I'm just giving you more black undercoated models ready for a paint job and going, oh look at these tactical marines and Mark III armour, they're all undercoated, ta-da! It's nothing much to really say. You've seen it before in elsewhere. So yeah, This is the first Ave Dominus Nox update in a while. So I want to say thank you to everyone. Once again, thank you to everyone for their patience on me getting a camera and also getting the equipment, which I'll talk about in a video probably before this. So I want to say thank you all for that, and I want to say thank you for your patience, for waiting for so long, for those who've stuck around waiting for updates and stuff. I do update the Facebook page a lot more, a lot more frequently, because it's easier to take a photo and then go, here's a battle report, ta-da, with photos rather than a very bad quality camera, which I now don't have anymore. I have a good quality camera right here, so I'm very, very thankful and very, very happy with what I've got right now. And yeah, so I want to say thank you to them. I want to say thank you to Legion of Gamza for the patience on the lack of video updates. Very much appreciated that you've let me stay on whilst uni gets sorted out. So thank you very much. And I want to say thank you to the Dark Arts and community as well for helping out with setting up this camera, because I would have been utterly lost for words if I didn't have this memory card. I thought for a moment I bought a fake, or that I bought something that yet again doesn't work because machines. I am starting to believe more and more in the Omnissiah, and and every machine has a spirit now. I'm falling to religion, guys. Religion of the Omnissiah. Yeah. So yeah, thank you all for your patience for all these. Hopefully we should get a lot more content out, which I'll probably talk about in the video before this one. So thank you for watching. This is the Warp Forge. If you want to see more Ave Dominus Nox updates and in the future Night Lord battle reports, because I will be doing a shed ton of Night Lord battle reports because there is a lack of them. Well, a lack of them focused on Night Lords, I'll admit. There are Night Lord battle reports, but none focused on Night Lords. Like I will be. I'm going to be there. I'm going to lead the spearhead. I'm going to lead the charge. I'm a prick, I know. So, thank you for watching. If you want to see more updates like that, hit the subscribe button and hit the notification button. And if you thought this video looked fun and you thought, this might be a channel worth checking out with your friends and stuff, then please share this video around the place and just watch stuff. So, thank you for watching. This is the Warp Forge, signing out. And remember, keep on forging.